Okay, so here's the n equals 2 case, and what does it mean that they're going to be? What does the conjecture mean in this case?
Well, so each runner will be lonely at some point, but
Yeah, what does lonely mean though?
so it means L, the distance around the track divided by the number of people. So they have to be at least half the track apart, but they can only do that at one point since they're moving at different speeds.
Okay, and so what do you think the conjecture says?
Yeah, so so at some point these two people will be diametrically opposite each other. Maybe it's like this, maybe it's like that, maybe it's a bit like that. But
Okay.
at some point they'll be diametrically opposite.
And that'll be the only point that they're lonely at.
Okay, and so right at that point they'll be lonely.
And that's the only point. And then until the cycle repeats.
Okay.
It should be a cycle if the speeds are constant.
All right. So what's going to happen? So let's see if we can figure out. So they go at 2 different speeds.
So they go, and then they'll keep going at the speed until they get like this, and then they'll become lonely. But then as soon as they move again, they'll stop being lonely. Because this guy, the green one, will eventually come around and then come back.
Okay. All right. So how do you see this?
So I'll just keep with the green guy being the fastest guy. So eventually the green guy, like when they're moving, eventually the green guy is going to go around the track again and lap the red guy.
Okay. Why?
Because we're saying the green guy's speed is faster, and even if it's like only 1% faster, eventually, because he's covering more ground per second, he'll eventually come around and lap the first guy. Maybe not, maybe he won't at the top, maybe it'll be somewhere over here, anywhere on the track, but he'll eventually lap the first guy, which means since they're moving through every space on the track when they do that. So eventually there'll be a point where the green guy is half a track away.
Interesting. Now you took calculus last year, and there's actually a theorem that says this. So if you go from sort of 0 to L ahead, so once you're L ahead, you're back to being equal.
Yeah.
So if you go continuously from 0 to L ahead, eventually at some point you will have been L over 2 ahead. Do you remember what's the theorem?
Intermediate value theorem.
That is the intermediate value theorem. Okay, cool. So does this make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you give it an explanation as well?
Well, so when they start moving, they're moving at different speeds, and say green dies faster again. So when they start, because the green guy's moving faster, he'll get ahead, and slowly that distance apart will increase because the green guy is faster, and then eventually we'll get to a point where they're opposite each other on the track.
Okay, nice. Nice, okay. So the case with 2 people is not super hard. And now we're going to try with 3,
Alright.
which is probably going to be a little bit harder.